Okay. One of the friend of the author suggested that the two should go for a bicycle ride the next day. So one of the other author's friend and author decided to go to a bicycle ride the next day. The author reached the place half an hour before his friend and was waiting for him in the garden. So author reached where they decided to meet. The author reached. Author means the writer of the chapter. He reached there half an hour before, and he was waiting for his friend in the garden. The author's friend inquired about his bicycle and then gave it a shake, holding its front wheel and the fork. Now what the friend did when he came, what he did, he saw the author's bicycle and he started inquiring about the bicycle of the author. And what he did, he said that your cycle is wobbling, your cycle is moving, shaking. and he gave a very fierce shake. उसने अपने बाइसाइकिल को आगे का जो पहिया जिसमें लगा होता है, दैट इज फॉर्क, फॉर्क शेप में होता है, उसको उसने उसको बहुत जोर से हिलाया. द author's friend inquired, sorry, the after a while the man took out the front wheel of the cycle while the author was away for a while looking for a hammer. Author went to get a hammer. Hammer means hathodi. So when the author went to take the hammer, that time, that moment, what that friend did, he took out the front wheel from the cycle. Front आगे वाले पहिए को ही साइकिल से निकाल दिया. The bicycle inspection and its repair work, uh, the author insisted on putting on the various parts of cycle in place, but his friend wanted to check the front wheel. Number of times author said, asked his friends not to do anything to his bicycle. His bicycle is perfectly right, perfectly good. Uh, but that boy, the friend of author, he did not listen him. And what he did, he took out all the parts of the bicycle, the bearings and the front wheel, everything he separated from the bicycle. He unscrewed something, and from somewhere around a dozen of ball bearings came out. Then he unscrewed, he has taken out the nuts and bolts from the bicycle and he separated the bearings. And there are number of dozens of small iron balls in the bearings, and all the balls, those small dozen balls of bearings rolled on the ground. His friend insisted that the author must collect all of them, else the bicycle might not be resorted to its old condition. That friend who was taking out all the parts of bicycle, he asked the author to collect all those iron balls, bearings, balls of bearings, uh, so that if any of the ball will go missing, then the bicycle will not come in the same old condition. The author collected around 16 of them and kept them in his hat. Then after a lot of struggle, author was managed to get 16 iron balls of bearing, and he collected those small balls of bearing in his hat. He kept them safely in his hat. The author's friend now started taking off the gear case. The now that friend decided to take the gear case, जिसमें गियर निकाल लगाते हैं, गियर का वो निकालने की उसने कोशिश की. The author warned him not to mess up with the gear case, but his friend said that nothing is as easier as taking off the gear case. Author whose bicycle that friend was spoiling, author again and again he insisted not to touch his bicycle, not to take anything out of his bicycle. He requested not to take the gear case. But that boy, that friend, he did not listen anything to the author, and he said that taking off gear case from the bicycle is very very easy task. इससे आसान काम तो कुछ है ही नहीं. He took it off easily, but had a nightmare while fixing it back to its place. Now he had taken out the gear case very easily. gear case को बाइसाइकिल के gear case को निकालना तो बहुत आसानी से उसने निकाल लिया, पर उसको वापस फिक्स करना उसके लिए एक डरावने सपने जैसा था।